Welcome back to yet another live stream here today on Jurassic World Evolution 2. Welcome back, fellas. Let me get my stuff set up here, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. Just making sure everything is working. And, Dodge Challenger Lover is about to be showing up here soon. That is a good sign for sure. Welcome back to yet another live stream here today. Let me decrease my volume. Sorry, I'm just testing my audio and stuff. Let's get the music going. There we go. Alright. We got that set up. Let me adjust my volume. Sorry, I'm a little loud. Let's see. 10. That sounds... That looks like it'd be good. Let me decrease the music volume a little bit. It's a little distracting. There we go. Okay. Alright, let me test my audio now. No, music's too loud. Let me fix that. Alright, there we go. That should be good. Alright, let me test my audio now. Lights, camera, action. That's right, Asher. Welcome in, friend. I'll tell you, once more people show up here, which will only take a minute or so, I'll explain a little bit of how I'm feeling today. Was the game going that whole time? I thought it was paused. Okay, well, nothing happened, so we're fine. Let's see. Is volume alright, Asher? I feel like I'm a little quiet, but I also don't want to be too loud. I'll increase my volume a little bit. There we go. I'd say that's something like that would be good. Is that good? I'll increase by one more point, and then I think we'll call it good. Why did it not? That's weird. It didn't confirm my settings. What the heck's going on here? This is a mutiny. Alright, there we go. Cool. So that should be problem solved. Alright, anyways. What's up, Asher? Good to see you, man. We're playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 today. Back on Jurassic Park Evolved, which... By the way, I realized that I named the last one Jurassic Park Evolved. That's kind of the series I've been doing with this live. And volume's good. That's okay, good to know. Thanks for that. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Jurassic Park Evolved's kind of the series that I'm running with here. However, it's kind of funny because anybody who doesn't know the context just sees Jurassic Park Evolved and they probably think it's some new game that came out, you know? Which, by the way, Jurassic World Evolution 2 came out, or 3 came out. I'm playing 2. 3 came out. What's up, Dodge Challenger Lover 99? It is good to see you, my friend. What's up, Dodge? It's been a little while since you've been in one of the streams. I've had probably 6 or 7 without you in the past, like, few weeks or so. It's been a little while. It's been like a month or 2, but that's okay. You're here now. It's good to see you, friend. What was I saying? Right, Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World Evolution 3 came out recently. Or no, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out in like a week and a half. And so anyways, I would get it, but it's $70. So, I mean, I've already told you guys I'm not buying Ultra Kill for $35. You dang well know I'm not getting the game for double that price. And then it doesn't even come with all the content that I have on Jurassic World Evolution 2. I actually have more on this game than I would buying a new game. Isn't that weird how much they rely on DLC? Which, by the way, I got a bunch of DLC for this game, and so we have more options here. Let me read the chat. How's it going today? Glad Yukari wasn't here for the 6th other letter. Yukari has been here for most of them, I thought. Yeah, he's been in most of them recently. I don't know. I don't remember, like, each and every time each person is or isn't there. I feel like he was there every time. Yeah, he was, because he talked about World War II while we were playing Knowledge or No Lady, and then he... Was it Knowledge or No Lady? No, it was a different game, right? Yeah, it was Knowledge or No Lady. I'm mixing up the 2 South Korean dating games. Anyways, he was talking about World War II during that, because I remember he brought up Rommel, and then he brought up getting a Vietnam uniform or like one of the uniforms used for special operations in Vietnam. He brought that up, I think it was the other stream before last stream. So, yeah. Oh, what's up, Austin Bear? Good to see you, friend. It's good in here. I've said friend 3 times now. It's sometimes I have like redundant patterns of language. It happens when I'm tired because normally I speak according to who I'm talking to. So then it kind of just meshes together when it's really late. Alright, anyways, let's see. MB school hit me like an 18-wheeler. Oh, we'll get to that, Dodge. Don't worry. Googly goo. What? What happened? Yeah, it was what Asher asked. Okay, to answer the earlier question, how's it going today? Pretty miserably, but I am feeling better now. I actually, for the past 4 hours, I've been sleeping, or just about 4 hours. And, yeah, I've been doing a lot of sleeping, which I usually don't do. However, I've been forced to do because, as Dodge mentioned, school's been hitting like an 18-wheeler. It's bad. It's really bad. Okay? And so, anyways, I'm going to wait for maybe like Pedro and WX Analyst to show up. Matter of fact, let me text WX Analyst, tell him I'm streaming. It'll take him about an hour after the fact, but might as well try. Let's see. Alright. I'll talk about bad stuff going on in a moment here, but in the meantime, I want to keep things going. Alright. How's everybody in chat doing? We doing well today? Am I having problems with chat again? No. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it didn't freeze on me again. It did that last time, or it did that in the Knowledge or No Ladies stream. Okay, anyways, since Dodge hasn't been here for a while, I'm going to give him a little tour while you guys type in chat of some things we've added. So, since Dodge has been, I don't remember which was the last stream he was in, and I also don't remember which was the last time he watched me play this game in particular, but I'm going to show him the most recent stuff and go from there. So, things we've added recently, starting with over here, you've seen the Spinosaurus, I'm pretty sure, but we also added some compies in here, because we might as well, right? It's diversity. It's cultural, what do they call it? Cultural enrichment? It's cultural enrichment, right? That term just, it bothers me. Just, not due to what it entails, but just the way that it's worded is so, it's such a loaded phrase, you know? Anyways, then we added the original Jurassic Park Velociraptors from 1993. So we even have the big one here, just like in the movie. Because remember, this is supposed to be an alternate timeline of Jurassic Park, is what this whole thing is supposed to be. I just don't mention it a lot, because it's not like this is a role-playing server. Let me read the chat. Let's see. Just finished my 3rd book this week. Dang, Dodge. Good work. Let's see, I made it to my high school soccer team, but now I have to wake up at 5 for the 6:30 practice, what Asher said. I didn't know you played soccer. That's good to know. I feel like you mentioned that once or twice, but probably once, because it seems loosely familiar. But I also don't fully remember it, so you probably didn't mention it more than once if I don't remember it entirely. Although I do think you've said it before. Yeah, I'm not in any sports or like clubs, or actually that's a lie. I'm in one club. They call it Cheese Club. It's literally you eat cheese and you rate it. Okay, it's basically the only reason it exists is so you can talk to people, right? It's just a social club. Which, by the way, I'm about the least social person ever for any reason. If you met me in real life, I wouldn't be awkward probably. But I wouldn't be the most, like, it wouldn't be like meeting Markiplier or Corey, no, Corey Kenshin's shy. It wouldn't be like meeting Markiplier in real life, right, where you're like, oh, you're gonna see what you see on screen, right? If you met me in real life, I'd be very, it'd be like watching an anime character. Okay, let's see. What's y'all's favorite book? Warrior Cats, specifically the first arc, is what Dodge Challenger said. I've actually read one book of Warrior Cats, I believe. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember reading it. You know, fun fact, guys, I think I've said this before? Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I mix up who I've told things and who I haven't. But I could read since I was 3 years old. When I was 3, I was reading full, like, dinosaur books. Dinosaurs were kind of my hyperfixation for, let me think, probably about 12 years. Yeah. Wait, no. Because you would gain self-concept at age 3, so then if it was 3 years old. So, for about 9 years, I would have that hyperfixation, right? Because, you wouldn't have consciousness before 3 years old. So anyways, what's up, Pedro? Good to see you, man. Let's see, Sherlock Holmes series or The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is what Asher said. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I actually don't read a whole lot, and I only read nonfiction if I do read. I think reading fiction's a waste of time because I would rather watch a movie. I think movies do everything better than books without any discussion or argument about it. There's absolutely no scenario in which I would rather read a book over watching a movie. I think the only exception was we had to read House of Mirth, and that book sucks. And the movie was even worse. The choreography, garbage. The camera they used, I could tell the ISO on it was too high. What else? The dialogue, trash. Writing, I mean, the writing's the same as the book, but the delivery of the lines was... It wasn't B-level actor, it was Z-level. It was Z-list actors. It was garbage. I hated the movie. Anyways, it was miserable. Let's see, what did I miss? Yeah, not much. We kind of just started, Pedro. I really am I'm pretty much just talking to everyone right now. I don't expect anyone new to pop in this stream, considering it's 10:30, p.m. So this is sort of just we're hanging out here, talking about whatever. And I have quite a few topics. I'm very refreshed, so, think of it this way. My mind is in shambles because I am mentally exhausted. But I am energized because I slept for the past 4 hours. So I do have energy to talk, and that's also why you guys probably have noticed I'm not slurring my speech as much, or messing up words or pronunciations as commonly as sometimes I do. I guess that was a grammatical mistake right there, but you understand what I'm saying, right? And so, anyways, it's because I have a decent amount of energy right now. What were we talking? We were talking about books, right? I don't read fictional books because I prefer to watch movies or shows for every other purpose for it. Because if I want to read something, it's gonna be nonfiction. Now, I write my own stuff, and I write fiction, but I don't read it because I think reading it's boring. Let's see, House of Earth. No, it's House of Mirth. Mirth with an M. So it's Mirth. It's from Edith Wharton. She actually knew Teddy Roosevelt, which is a fun fact. Because she was freaking stinking rich. So she had connections, and that was one of them. She was was she a realist, or was she a modernist? Because technically modernism is around the late 1800s, like the 1890s is when it starts, technically, but it becomes a real movement around World War I, so 1914, right? So I think she constitutes more as a realist, but she can also, I don't know. Would she be? I don't know. Dang it, now it's bothering me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can look it up if you're interested in what I mean. Let's see. Almost forgot to say, but congrats on reaching 100 subscribers. Thanks, Pedro. Dude, that is an amazing achievement, and I just want to tell everybody, absolutely thank you for that. That is, obviously, you guys consist of, 5 or 6 of those well, it depends on if Pedro's subscribed multiple times, which I think I've told him not to do that before, just because it might seem like it's an overinflated number. It's kind of like botting subscribers on Twitch, But at this point, I don't know, he could do that if he wants. But, yeah, I think that's a massive achievement. And 200 videos? Yeah, the 200 videos is that's just what you do when you work hard. And I actually did the math. If you factor in live streams, the videos I have on private, which are only 3 or 4, I have them on private just because they're random things that were taking up storage on my phone, and so I just put them on YouTube to, keep them. That's pretty much it. They don't have any sort of value. And then there's one video What was the one video? Oh, the one video was the my first intro, which was like it's what it sounds like. Okay, so doing all the math for that, I have, well, by now it's 166. Actually, with this stream, it would be 167. No, because it's not counting streams. So it'd be 166. So not counting, I think it was not counting shorts, I have 166 videos is what it was, full-length videos. Let's see. What's up, Yukari? Hand sanitizer? Indeed, yeah. What's up, man? Let's see. And only like 2 or 3 of those subscribers are me, counting my main account, Ghost of Pedro. Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty good. Actually, I thought it was funny because, what was it? Forces of, why can't I think? Forces of, it starts with an M. Hang on one sec. Mesogog. That's what it is. Sorry, it took me a second to think of the prefix. Meso, right? Forces of Mesogog. I noticed his channel jumped up 8 subscribers, and he didn't make any new videos. So I thought that was weird, how that worked. But, well, one of them subscribers was me, but still. Let's see, 167. I know, I have more videos than the majority of people that have been on this platform for freaking, like, 3 or 4 years. You know, isn't that weird? Like, we have 100 subscribers on this channel, and I have more videos, and we're not talking, like, cheap shorts. We're not talking, like, I have shorts as an additional thing, but if we're talking about full-length videos, we're talking things I had to sit down and edit for hours. I had to talk through the whole thing. We're talking about roleplay videos, so I had to think of storylines. A few of the videos, I think only 2 videos I have, had a script, and that's because, and those were early videos, too. That was, like, I think one of those videos was when I was ranking strategy games, and then another video, I don't remember what it was that I had a script for. I think it was the one where I was talking about the worst endings in gaming, right? But I haven't used a script for anything since because I hate writing scripts because it's boring, so I'd rather just talk and make stuff up because I'm good at improvising. So, you know, it works. Let's see. Yukari, you were lucky YouTube has restrictions. Let's see. Y'all ever want to drink a snow globe is what Dodge said? Weirdly enough, yes. It's, I don't know. It's kind of like how you want to eat a bar of soap because it looks delicious. It's just one of those intrusive thoughts that goes in your head. Snow globes looking delicious like right now? Yeah, they do, man. I get what you mean. You said the forbidden letter combo is what Asher said. What is he talking about? Those are numbers. Oh, above. I see what you're talking about. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I didn't even give a number. I didn't say any numbers. Besides when I was talking about subscriber count. Anyways, but yeah, if we're looking at people on the platform that have videos and stuff, it's weird because I've got full-length videos, talked through, roleplay, everything you can picture, right? I've got them edited and everything, sound effects, visual effects, everything. My quality increased massively over time, so I've got about 100 videos with decent quality, right? And so if you look at that and then look at the subscriber count, really the only thing I'm missing is exposure. That's pretty much it. That's the one thing, is that people just aren't exposed to the channel. Because once they're exposed, they stay interested, but they're just not, like, they don't know it exists, you know? The numbers, Mason! What do they mean? Where are they broadcasted from? Sorry, Austin Burr said, what do the numbers mean, Mason? And, you know, that's kind of that's my trigger phrase. Let's see, I got my PC finally. Nice, Dodge. That's good to hear. Now you can get totally accurate battle simulator mods. Like a real man. I actually don't have tabs on here. I have it on Xbox, but not on PC. Anyways, I was doing a tour earlier, and I just totally forgot what we were doing. So, we got all that. Then over here, we added some stuff. Let's see. We have, Yukari said, standing on my helmets. Yep, I guarantee you're that tall, Yukari. And standing on my money, I'm in prison for not being able to pay debt. Isn't everyone? Alright, so, let's see. Okay, here's what we added last time, besides the stuff I already showed. Then over here we got 4 Tarbosaurus. So, we got some wonderful... Okay, let me find one that's in the open, please. We have some nice Tyrannosaurids here. Beautiful. Not quite beautiful. Actually, no, that is beautiful. Very cool. They're like the Captain America of dinosaurs. They look really goofy from this angle, though. Look at that. Like a cartoon. Okay. Let's see. He said, personally, I age my snow globes around 2 or 3 years. Then I eat the fake snow globe like cereal, then drink the liquid. That is weird, Dodge. Okay. I see you have a method for it. You can publish that as an official scientific method. Okay, and then we have some Proceratosaurus over here. I think we have, what, 6 of... No, we have more than that. We have 8. Yeah, we have 8 Proceratosaurus. So, yeah, we got quite the diversity. Wowzers, how did it taste? Asher said calmly. Let's see. How come I didn't think of that? Oh, and we also added some Pteranodons last time. They look really cool. I like them. Anyways, we didn't do anything with the lagoon last time, though. I hate messing with it. It's just... it's a waste of space. Also, we replaced the... stuff in here with T-Rexes. I'm not sure if you were around for that, Dodge, but it happened. Anyways, now that we're done with that, the objective for today, if you can even call it that, is that we want to add some herbivores to the park, because we have a lot of carnivores. Virtually everything in here is a carnivore, including all the lagoon creatures and all the avian creatures, which... I guess there isn't an herbivorous version that exists in this game, but still. The only herbivores we have, in fact, are the ones that are all in this giant enclosures. That's the hadrosaurs, and then we have... Okay, it's literally just hadrosaurs. It took me a second. Okay, well, we have 3 or 4 different species of hadrosaurs. Do we have Struthiomimus? No, we don't. Okay, so... we're going to need a bigger diversity, and usually what I like to do is I like to build massive enclosures for the herbivores and just have 1 or 2 big ones. Well, the carnivores always have to have their own because, you know, they kill each other. Okay, let's see. So, where should I build the enclosure? Let's see. Alright, we're talking about the snow globes and... like Kosuke, whoever. I recognize the name. Kosuke. God, why can't I think of what that's from? I'm thinking like Naruto. Kosuke. Dude, I can't think of what that's from. Oh, Yukari's glitching out. Josu Zeisen. Who's this? What the? Okay, I can't find anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I really hope I didn't just, like, type in a demon name or something. Alright, anyways, okay. Let's find a spot for an enclosure. Because we've been dragging this along. So, let's see. We got stuff over here. I mean, like, as much as I like to expand the lagoon, we don't really have the space for that, so I think the lagoon's just about done. Let's see. Dude, this shadow's throwing me off. Jesus. Okay. We have some more stuff I want to build back here. I want this to be maybe some of the more threatening things back there, where nobody can see them. By the way, guys, this is the last, for this month, the last, like, regular stream, and then everything else is going to be horror games after this. I haven't decided what I'm going to play yet. Somebody recommended, I think it was Pedro, recommended Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's again, but I did finish the game, so, I mean, yeah, there's custom game, or custom night, but, like, you know, it is a FNAF fan game, so there's only so much you can do with it. Really just with FNAF games in general, that's true. So, or FNAF-style games. So, let's see. Asher said best DreamWorks movie. What is it? Shrek. No. Is Kung Fu Panda... Is that DreamWorks? Yeah, that's DreamWorks. Shrek or... I don't know, Shrek. Because, like, anyone can watch Shrek. Anyone can also watch Kung Fu Panda. But, I don't know. Some elements, it's too nostalgic for me, so then it reminds me of childhood, and then I attribute it with children, right? So, like, it's kind of like SpongeBob and how a bunch of people watched it as a kid, so then they attribute it as, like, oh, only kids watch this, when you can have adults that watch it as well. So, I don't know. I guess I'd say Shrek. Austin Bear said Shrek 2. I haven't seen Shrek 2 in a while, so I know it's pretty much, like, universally considered better, but I can't really speak for Invisible Gate? What? Okay. That's weird, alright. We don't exactly have that kind of technology here. Oh, by the way, because I got some of the other DLC, then I have access to this other stuff as well. So that's kind of cool. Research outpost? Huh. Weird. Is this like... Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Oh, I like that. Nice. It's not really any different from the log viewing thing. What's this called? Gallery. Log viewing gallery. But I like its style. Is Dodge still talking about eating snow globes? Jesus. Okay. Shrek 1 is funnier, but Shrek 2 is just better in every other aspect. Yeah, I think that based on what I remember, that's true. I don't know. I don't really watch DreamWorks movies or Pixar or any of those movies. I'd say I've seen the Pixar movies the most, though. Definitely. I think I've watched Monsters, Inc. like 6 times. Not of my own free volition, I want to add. I've probably watched it once on my own free will, and then the other times was just like, it was there. Okay, Herbivores, right. Because I don't want to overinflate the enclosure and then not have room for anything. I guess we can use this whole back area as something for carnivores if we need to. See, yeah, I'll just turn this whole thing into a giant herbivore enclosure. We're just gonna mess it up. What is this? Classic gate? Have I not been using the classic gate this whole time? Jesus. Okay, well, I've been failing you guys. I guess I could replace every gate with this, but also, I really don't feel like doing that. Come on. Oh, we could. I guess we could. If we're having a conversation about something, I guess we can do that while I'm busy. Although I'm terrible at multitasking, so I don't know if I'll even be able to do that, really. Alright, heavy fence. Let's get it started. Alright. Do we even have the space for this? It looks like it, but I'm not so sure that's the case. Wow, this enclosure is actually much more massive than I really overestimate how much space these things need. Which I think is a good thing. You know, I'm not like Hassan where I keep my dog in a freaking corner and have it sit there. I'd rather them have space. Alright. So, that was kind of a transition, like a segue into some stuff. There's a lot of internet drama going on. I think it's pretty funny. Has anybody seen some of the stuff going on with Twitch and then also there was some stuff with Penguin Zero? Does anybody know anything about that? Let's see. Dodge said my cat has pica. Interesting. Yeah, he ate one of my shirts the other day. How did he eat one of your shirts? To truly solve the issue of having overinflating enclosures, look up dinosaur inflation to solve this issue. Thanks, Gemini. I appreciate that. Alright, this enclosure looks... Yeah, this is too small. I mean, like, I can modify their genes to make them less picky, because that's how genetics work, apparently. But, I do want to still give them more room to move, because this is sad. There we go, and they'll be right next to the Proceratosaurus. So, In case they ever feel too safe, they can look over and remember that there's carnivores completely surrounding them at all times. Alright, cool. We have that. Let's see. We got... Yeah, this is a good space. I'm not liking how it's structured over here, but it'll be fine. Should we give them more narrow space? Nah, there'll be too many of them, and then they'll get mad. Okay, let's see. What are we saying in chat? He also is quite fluffy. Dang, lucky. The guy with his dog was just dumb. Like, bro, it's a dog. It naturally wants to move. Yeah, like any living creature. And that's pretty much common sense. If I was a prosecutor on a court case about whether or not humans should be destroyed, I'd show them the Everyman chat. That's pretty accurate. I almost called you Everyman. That would have been the dumbest moment of my entire career. That about summarizes it, Austin. Honestly, I would agree with that sentiment. Not only would I agree, I think that's pretty much, I mean, like, you know, you can think of it like projection, right? Like, oh, humanity should be destroyed, and then this is my chat room, you know? Actually, it's really not that bad. You guys aren't like, you know, freaking Pokemon's chat room or something, you know? We just kind of say whatever comes to mind. And that's mostly because I don't restrict you guys on what you can say, and you guys also don't overstep boundaries and, you know, talk that crap or say something just egregious. And if you do, I'm going to tell you that it's stupid, you know? I think that's also, I want to kind of go into this a little bit. On the topic of, like, Twitch streamers and everything, I think one of the best elements of the channel here is that really we can be, probably one of the biggest advantages that this channel has is that whenever it comes to me saying something, I'm very honest with whatever I'm saying. And so whether that honesty is a good thing or not is not really the point, you know, because obviously people are always going to disagree with certain things or not have the exact same ideas of things. But one thing is for sure, and it's that it's better to be honest than to be a liar at all times, right? Because lying is... I talked about this in the context of anime, and I said this in that one video, which was the top 10... my top 10 least favorite anime tropes. You guys can watch that video, but I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it. I know Pedro's watched it. I'm almost positive he watched it. I don't know if anyone else has. Anyways, that video's on the channel, and in that video, one of my least favorite things, I think it's number 2 or number 3 on the list, is lying when you should be honest, and being honest when you should be lying. And so I think there's a distinction that people don't understand of when they should do both. And so the big problem that people tend to have... Wait a minute, how? Oh, okay, that's why I didn't notice that the gates are separate things, because the stupid gate thing is in this, and it's not in the actual spawn menu. That would be why. Okay, so it wasn't me being an idiot, it's the game being stupid. That's good to know. Dude, is this thing even big enough for a vehicle? Looks so tiny. Okay. Okay, let me read the chat real quick. I love cats, is what Dodge said. Yeah, I like cats more than dogs. I respect cats, but I wouldn't want to have any pets, just in general. Let's see. Yukari said something random upstairs. Let's see. Humanity is the smartest species when we're talking about eating snow globes and communist shocking dogs. Did you say smartest species? I'd revise that statement. Let's see. Oh, I love cats. There's once a cat that could tell when someone was going to die. I feel like that's a lot of animals that can do that. Let's see. Are y'all going to watch Black Phone 2? I was actually going to watch movies in theaters tomorrow with my buddies. But it's either Black Phone 2 or the new Conjuring movie. And Conjuring hasn't been good since the first one. And that's being generous because I don't even really like the first movie. So... yeah, and then Black Phone did not need a sequel, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be good, but I'm not really... I don't know. I might just not watch it. I really am not sure. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyways, what was I talking about before? Right, honesty. And so one of the biggest problems, I think, is that people are always trying to be dishonest when they should be honest. but then they don't know when to lie. So, like, they'll say something stupid when they shouldn't be telling the truth or, like, saying what they actually think. But then, you know, they'll freaking make stuff up when it's as simple as just saying, yeah, bro, I did this. You know? It's one of those things just people can't read clues of what they should be doing. You know? And I think people also find it difficult because they're doing it over the, you know, they're doing it online. Hang on, what's Yukari saying? Signing off because I have a 3-day-long anime convention starting tomorrow. See, yeah, I just ate mac and cheese out of my pants pocket. First of all, that's incredibly grotesque. Second of all, the anime convention is awesome, and I wish you luck on that. That sounds like fun, Yukari. Make sure to tell me about that when you get back, because, yeah, I want to hear about that. Let's see, they're making a Minecraft movie too, or at least they announced it. I didn't really need to know that because it was already implied. Did I ever tell you guys that I watched the Minecraft movie? It was buns, but it was a fun time with friends, in theaters at least. But, yeah, it's pretty much fully implied at the end of the movie that there's going to be a sequel. Let's see. Get your deodorant, Yukari. Good point, Pedro. He needs to pack that deodorant or he's screwed. I eat my pocket sand is what Austin Bear said. Didn't you just make a comment about how humans are supposed to be intelligent and we're talking about communist shocking dogs and eating snow globes? And then you said you're eating your pocket sand. Let's see. They also are adding lances in Minecraft. Let me tell you guys something. When it comes to Minecraft, I don't really care because I dropped Minecraft years ago. When I say I haven't played Minecraft in months, and before that, I hadn't played it in like 2 years or so. Because the moment, and I mean the moment, that I had access to Rec Room, I dropped Minecraft entirely. Then, the moment I had access to Gmod, I completely abandoned Minecraft, dropped Rec Room 85% of the time, and pretty much now I only play Gmod. So, I mean, Gmod is superior in literally every way conceivable. It's actually shocking how much Gmod is superior, and yet it's still less popular. I don't get it. I know it's because Minecraft's more geared toward kids, but, like, anyone can play Gmod, you know? It's not restricted to any one group. Let's see. Austin Bear corrected it, said spears. Okay, spears are... Okay, are we positive, or are we saying... Or is it lances? I don't really care either way, but... Let's see, last time I was there, it was like a huge, like, absolutely large dude covered in pink pants as some One Piece character or something, and he smelled like Camp Lejeune water in a 30-foot radius. That checks out. He looked like Takeo from My Love Story. I can picture the dude. Not that Takeo wears pink pants, but you know. Let's see. They're adding zombie horses to Minecraft. Pedro, are you nuts? They've had that for literally since the game came out. Let's see. Sometimes I feel like I'm slightly smarter monkey surrounded by my monkeys, is what Asher said. That checks out, yeah. Let's see. Yukari's reply to that is very accurate. Let's see. Same put I'm the less smart monkey, Asher, is what Pedro said. We're having a fun time, guys. Not to be that guy, but I am the most evolved of the group. Anyways, yeah, I was talking about honesty earlier. So, a lot of people are very dishonest, and it causes problems for them. And so, I think that one of the biggest and easiest keys to not having crap started on YouTube is to be honest virtually all the time. Okay, so it's like, if I don't want to tell you something, I'm going to tell you I'm not going to tell you that thing, right? It's very simple and very straightforward. Then if I want to voice my opinion, I'm going to say my opinion. If you don't agree with my opinion, that's okay, and I'm going to tell you that it's okay, but you're not going to change my mind by complaining at me like a yapping dog, right? So it's kind of like that. But a lot of the time, a lot of these like Twitch streamers and things, they're very two-faced people. And because they're two-faced, then they create all these problems and have all this drama because they can't keep themselves in check. And then they never think they're wrong. So even if they admit, or not admit, even if, they apologize, then most of the time it's just, you know, them doing it either for attention or for the sake of just saving face. So yeah, a lot of two-face crap going on. Here, we read chat. How to be a peak human, don't be Hassan Piker is what Yukari said. Not necessarily. There are worse people than him somehow, but he's not exactly a good human. Let's see. We should start speaking German to confuse everyman. Let's not do that, Asher. Let's see. No everyman likes adding, like making it an official mob. I'm pretty sure there's a spawn egg for zombie horses. I'm almost positive. Let's see. Does anyone here play tennis, is what Dodge asked? I do not, no. Let's see. I'm considering wearing the German World War II outfit there, but I have to consider the large liberal population of anime enjoyers, so I might be cooked. Yeah, that sounds about right, Yukari. I would literally never do that. I wouldn't do that in a place filled with anybody, really, for that matter. You would be hung on a cross, probably, which, yes, I did word that in a way that's supposed to be ironic. But, yeah, it's just... that wouldn't go so well, so I wouldn't do that, really. It's just, people are sensitive, you know, it wouldn't be too great. Also, it is an anime convention, so you'd probably have to get an anime, at least, to say why you're dressed that way. Otherwise, they would kill you very quickly. Heck, they might just kill you if you go there in normal clothes, honestly. Which, I mean, that's fair. Let's see, in Asher, all I need to say is my Ami to every man, and he will be confused instead of speaking in German. Yeah, that's right, because I don't know what that means. You say it all the time, but I don't really understand it. I speak one language, and that's English. I understand a tiny bit of Arabic, and that's kind of the exception. Other than that, it's just English. And it's also not like I can speak Arabic, I just understand parts of it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we want herbivores, right? So one thing I'm wanting is I want ceratopsids. Let's see. Girls on Panzer, Kuromoramine, sorry. And, insert Yap Dollar Chinese. What do you mean by that? Let's see. The Dragon Ball filler episode with Mustache Man. No, he's right. You could do that. You could make the excuse for that. That'd be pretty funny. They'd still probably kill you, though. There are a lot of Karens that would go there. I think the thing is, I love anime, but the communities for anime are either great or they're horrifying. Actually, they're pretty much always a little bit of both. Ooh. Okay, that Hyungosaurus has wonderful coloring. I like that. Also, I have, you can see I have access to some new dinosaurs now. So, like, let's see. We got Nasutoceratops, Mutaborosaurus, Megalosaurus here. What else? Pyroraptor. Do you guys see that? Let's see. Let me scroll down. Therizinosaurus we also have access to. You see, I would have this in the enclosure with the other herbivores, but apparently the Therizinosaurus is the only herbivore in this game that kills basically everything, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Oh, CC Miami. Okay, you guys are just saying, yes, I'm guessing you mean yes, my friend. Boo, okay. You guys are having an interesting conversation there. Okay, so we got quite a few things. We also have, like, the Stegoceratops here, but this is Jurassic Park, so no hybrids. Did everyone get that? No hybrids. You're a clown otherwise. Oh, we also have, like, the Pachyrhinosaurus. This thing's real ugly, but I kind of want one. Just because I think it'd be cool for the sake of diversity. Or as I mentioned earlier, it'd be culturally enriching. I could say that with a stutter, but if I try to do it with a stutter, I'd mess up my own joke. Okay, anyways, let's see here. Alright, herbivores. Metracanthosaurus. I don't know, I think we did have access to that before, and I just didn't use it. Okay, Pyroraptor, where are our... Okay. So we could get Triceratops. I don't know, I'm wanting to mix it up. I guess this is Jurassic Park, though, so we should... Do Indominus Rex? No. I actually had Indominus Rex when we started this, and I remembered it was supposed to be Jurassic Park, and I got rid of them. Okay, let's get some Triceratops. Can I get the pattern from 1990s? No. That's lame. What the heck? Wow. Okay. I'm very disappointed, but it's okay. It'll be alright. I'll get them with stripes, though. Alright, let's see. Small appetite. Quenched. You gotta say it in a very special way. Okay, resilient. Long-lived. Long live the king. Humble. There we go. Humble. Social. We want them to be very social. Let's get that. Neutral. Accommodating. Tolerant. Alright. And then let's give them the fit ability. There we go. Let's get some Triceratops in here. Alright, now that we're finally on the roll with this. Okay, everybody's yelling at freaking Pedro for using French. Oh, Indoraptors, what Austin Bear said. Yep, totally. It's organic. I almost just messed up and put these in the wrong spot, but it's okay. Okay, I don't want to put too many of the same herbivore in the environment, so I'll get 4 of the Triceratops. I think 4 is a good number. Indoraptor, also hybrid. Alright. This is going to be good. I like this. This isn't nearly as big as the Hadrosaur enclosure. Oh, wait, actually... Never mind, it's bigger. What am I saying? It's actually larger. I thought it was smaller than the Hadrosaur enclosure. I thought I was being a cheapskate. That reminds me, I do that with, like, any sort of work that I have to do, where I think that I'm underachieving, and that I'm sucking really badly at it, and then I do it, and then realize that I'm overachieving and did 10 times more than everyone else. I do that with everything. I do it with freaking, I do it with school. I do it with, like, whatever I'm just doing on my own, like, writing stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm not writing enough. And then when I'm done, I look at it and I'm like, wow, I just wrote 100 pages of garbage, right? And then I do it with videos, too. Like, if you look at the channel, I have tens of videos that are 40 minutes long, fully edited, of me talking about stuff, and then you watch some dude, and it's some little kid playing Roblox with 0 editing, and he screams into his microphone, and he's got 10,000 views. So it's like, it's just a matter of overachieving just at random. It's pretty much compulsive. Let's see, final question, ASMR stream when? No. That's my answer. No. Yeah, Pedro just said no. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Kari, but that's, I don't know. Maybe you started OnlyFans. Or some may call it the Every Fans. That one's unoriginal, but I still think it's funny. Yeah, the Every Fans. Everybody donates $1. $1 to charity. $1 to Ultra Kill. That'd be pretty funny, actually. Okay, let's see here. Alright, we got the Triceratops. Ooh! I like those colors.
This is one of those dinosaurs that really...
Dude, it looks bloody, almost. Is this thing possessed by a demon? Why are its eyes so...
Don't let that fearsome
It has no color in its eyes. Okay.
Those horns are mostly for
man, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Well, if it makes you feel better, you can use my voice as sort of that way. Because I mean, I've had my moments, right? And I talk pretty loud into my mic. Is Lambert still rambling? Jesus, you're not the one streaming, man. It's me. Got Lambert, the security advisor, rambling in my ear. Okay, let's see. How are things going over here? Okay, the Spinosaurus is chilling. Cool. Alright. Let's look at the next... Once we get all the Triceratops in there, let's look at the next herbivores. Have you guys been seeing... has anyone been keeping up with current politics? Because, let's see. I watched the memorial... Is it... Would it be called a memorial? I don't know. It was where, Trump was giving the... Presidential Medal of Freedom to Charlie Kirk, or for Charlie Kirk. I watched that. That was pretty interesting. I liked most of the speech, but, I mean, you know how Trump is. Like, I like listening to him talk, but sometimes he just kind of goes off on a side thing, and it's really awkward, and especially when it comes to women. I can't listen to him talk about women for longer than 2 minutes. It gets really awkward, and then I feel like I'm listening to people on high anime talk about women, and it's not good. And so, yeah, sometimes you just gotta click off and then come back after, like, 30 minutes of him talking. But, I thought that was kind of interesting. And then, what else? I'm sorry, what is it Yukari just said in chat? I'm putting your voice into an AI generator and making you into a mommy ASMR video. What? Also, by the way, as of, I think, May of next year, April or May of next year, the Take It Down Act, which is, I think, Act 119, that gets put into effect, which makes deepfakes illegal, and it also makes stuff like that illegal. Which, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, but I think I don't know. I think it'll work as long as they don't abuse the power too much. It's like, okay, leave Hammer AI alone, leave, some of the AI generators alone, but, like, make sure people aren't trying to frame their teachers for sex crimes or something, because there's been some of that. Let's see, I'm gonna go eat something, I'll be right back. Alright, see you soon, Asher. Calling you every mom now, please don't. That would be weird. Okay, that'd be really weird and very uncomfortable. That would be ban-worthy, probably. Why are they missing... What do you mean missing ground fiber? You just got in here. I just put ground fiber all over this freaking enclosure. Look at this. He's happy. Wait, what? Dislikes Styrac... Okay, the Triceratops are actually... 10 times pickier than I thought. Tarbosaur... What? Dude, they're uncomfortable because there's a Tarbosaurus in a different enclosure. This is the first time in Jurassic World Evolution... Okay, sorry. Bye, Yukari. I'll see you, man. Have fun at that convention, and make sure to tell me about that next time you can make it to a stream. And also, don't call me that in chat. It's weird. What was it? Yeah, this is the first time in Jurassic World Evolution that I've ever had a problem with putting enclosures next to each other. I don't know what's going on there. And they're not even... The Tarbosaurs aren't even near them, too. Dislikes. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to get over it. Triceratops. Jesus. What a picky creature. Also, I didn't realize this thing doesn't even like other herbivores. Obviously, it doesn't like the Therizinosaurus, but it also doesn't like Stegosaurids. It doesn't like most of the other ceratopsids. And then it obviously doesn't like carnivores. So this thing's very picky. I feel like I'm going to be sick from reading that, Asher. Yeah, it's pretty... it's not the best. I like how the Tarbosaurus is just mad dogging the trike across the area here. That's kind of funny. Alright, ground fiber. Wait, what? How is this thing injured? Oh, I can already tell. The Triceratops are going to be the problem child of the park. Isn't that ironic, given the fact that I have so many gigantic predators and horrifying creatures here, and the thing that gives me problems, the stupid cows with horns. It's like, really? It's got a sprain. How do you have a sprain already? Stupid animal. I might just get rid of the Triceratops. What a stupid animal. Alright, go ahead and medicate him. Alright. Let's see. Are the dinosaurs racist or something? No. Austin Bear said Charlie, and then gave no elaboration. Indeed. Everyman, cows have horns. They're called bulls. Don't you have somewhere to be, Yukari? That was... Alright, that's gotta be top 10 dumbest everyman moments of all time. They're like cows, but with horns. Oh my god. Okay. I feel like whenever you're on YouTube, you have to say something stupid at least 5 times. Like, everyone has their moments where they say something so unbelievably dumb that it makes everybody roll their eyes. That I have a few of those moments. That's definitely one of them. Yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, that's interesting. Another thing that's interesting also is it shows the radius of which they want to stay away from the Tarbosaurus. I think that's kind of cool. Why was there a gap in the fence? Not that anything was small enough to sneak through it, but let's see. Also, what are you on about, Austin? I lived on a ranch for about 12 years and not even I caught that. Yeah, I was just saying stuff to be exaggerative, but is exaggerative a word? I was exaggerating, right? Oh wait, their prejudice of the Tarbosaurus is gone because I closed off the fence. I didn't realize there was a gap in it, which obviously neither of them can slip through the gap, so that's why I didn't notice it. Okay, let's get some other herbivores in here now that we've dealt with that. Alright. I wish I had those little, whatever those cute, what are they called again? I don't know, they're these little small herbivores, they're adorable, but they're in a different DLC that I don't have. Also, I have Dimetrodons, which I think is funny because the Dimetrodon is the only creature in this game that isn't a dinosaur. Oh, here they are, Dryosaurus. Because Dimetrodons were from the early Triassic period, and they're not considered dinosaurs. So that's good to note. Alright, cool, we have Dryosaurus. I'm going to put a bunch of these in the enclosure now. Alright, cool. Let's get these up and produced. Knew how to milk a cow before kindergarten is what Asher said. That's an interesting quality. Not really sure what to say about that. I've lived in rural areas my entire life, or a rural area my entire life, but I know nothing about farming or agriculture. Okay, maybe, I guess I know, like, bare elements of it, but not, like, how to actually do anything with it. Because, you know, I'm not, like, some farm boy. I just happen to be in an area that is rural by nature.
Asset collection request. Asset collection request received.
Yeah, if I was a farm boy, I'd have a southern accent, and I would say probably something... What's the most hardcore Republican thing you can say? I would probably say that. Okay, let's see. His name and title go perfect together. Dude, Farmer Dave is a W. Insert Patrick Star Spets song. Let's see. He owns an M1 Garand I have shot. It's great.
Has commenced.
Hang on, what? Oh, wait, before you say he doesn't exist, he absolutely does. Austin can confirm that. Yeah, he does, and he's a modern legend. I don't even know who this guy is, but I don't know. Maybe you could tell me the legend of Farmer Dave while we're sitting here waiting for the Dryosaurus to transport. After I get the Dryosaurus, what else do I want here? Let's see. Could add more Hadrosaurs. I do want to do Sauropods as well, though. Or I could try Pachycephalosaurus. I don't know. Here, let me get these modified. Do the Trikes not like Chasmosaurus? Because if they do, or if they're fine with them, then I might put some of those in there. WX Analyst, what's up, my friend? Yo, what's up, buds, is what he said. I don't know. What's up, Caden? It's good to see you, friend. I am very tired, and I've slept for 4 hours. So, on the bright side, at least I've recovered a little bit. Mostly, we've just been chilling, hanging out, talking a lot this stream. So, yeah, we've been doing well. Oh, I also need to get, Ankylosaurids. So, like, Nodosaurus or Sauropelta or that kind of thing. I should get those in here. I guess no sauropods. Or not sauropods, I guess no stegosaurids, though. Alright, we got the Alpha Triceratops here. I'm gonna call you, False Cow. There we go. He makes the bullets, is what Asher yelled. Hello, WX. Yep. Didn't Yukari have somewhere to be? He's just like, he's hanging out here. I appreciate you holding on for dear life, but, oh, that's a nice shot. Hey, let me get a screenshot of that. How do I... Okay, hide that. Why didn't it... Okay, didn't take a screenshot for a second. What the... Alright, that was weird.
You know, this animal's primary habitat was the ancient
He is every man's dream. Is that so?
It's called Dryosaurus. Before our research, there
Why
was
is
no
Dr. Henry
information
Wu
on adult
describing the
specimens of
Dryosaurus?
this dinosaur. We only had the fossilized record of juveniles. But now, that's all changed.
Alright. Dude, aren't these things adorable? Don't you just love one? I want to take one of these home. They're very... Actually, never mind. They're very annoying, and holy god, they're loud. Okay. My opinion changed in literally 5 seconds. Yeah, that... I don't like them much anymore. Alright, I should be showering right now, but I can't not talk about Farmer Dave, is what Yukari said. It's also weird you didn't capitalize Farmer, but you capitalized Dave, even though Farmer Dave is his official title. You should know that. You should speak higher of your legend. What? Fence broken. Well, surprisingly, it's not the Velociraptors. It's a T-Rex! Wonderful! Good thing I have the power of God on my side, so I can just rebuild a fence instantaneously. Suck it, friend. Yeah, that's right. Yup, who just outsmarted you? I have nano-machines. Nano-machines, son! I can't do the Senator Armstrong voice. Dude, this thing, the T-Rexes, the Rexes are gonna work like Manifest Destiny in the West, where they're gonna, like, every time they want more space, they're gonna threaten to attack the fence, and then I'm gonna have to, wait, no, this is appeasement, never mind, I'm thinking of, okay, from their perspective, it's like Manifest Destiny, from my perspective, it's like appeasement, okay, so every time they want a new piece of territory, they're going to threaten to attack the fence, and then I'm gonna give them, like, a tiny piece, little tiny extension of the fence, and then it's gonna keep happening until they have this massive, oversized enclosure. Look at him camping the freaking gate, man. Or the, wait, I guess he is still camping the gate, because the gate's right there. Alright, let's see. Farmer Dave achievements. Has an M1 Garand, knew the grandson of a World War I hero, casts and makes his own brass knuckles. He served in Nam and got a Purple Heart. Okay, and his brother lets me fly his plane. Dave is inviting me out during a free period in Harvest to drive a combiner for him. So this guy, Farmer Dave, is somebody you know in real life, but anybody, anywhere in the world would actually know. So he's not like an actual celebrity. Let's see, Farmer Dave is the source of 99% of my surplus. Surplus of what? Of things to say? Or of grain? Let's see, make a Killdozer combine and play bluegrass banjo. Oh, play. Okay, sorry, I misread that. Play bluegrass banjo while going on a ride through town. Yeah, that's about the most redneck thing you can get. Dino goes against Farmer Dave, then Dave would have a new pet dinosaur, or he'd just kill the thing. I feel like he wouldn't have the mercy in his heart to do it, depending on how he's feeling. Is this thing really gonna camp the freaking fence? Come on. Alright. How are the Dryosaurus doing? Are they still complaining? Not anymore. They stopped complaining right as I looked at them. Jesus. God, these things are so loud. Holy... Dude, the Triceratops don't seem bothered, but I would hate to live near these things. Dude, it must suck to live around those. I wouldn't even want to visit those things as a guest just because of how loud they are. God, they make more noise than freaking animals at the zoo. Okay, let's see. Farmer Dave is probably the only person who would stand a chance against Chuck Norris in a fight. Okay, well, I don't know about that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Okay, how many Dryosaurus do we have? Missing ground fiber? Find it then, you fool. Alright. How was your day, WX? Any weird tests or obnoxious things you had to do? Farmer Dave would absolutely have the mercy to keep that thing. Do not disrespect him like that again, or I will find you. You've threatened to find me a lot of times, Yukari. This is no exception to that. Hey, what do you have to say about the Dimetrodon? Similar to many dinosaurs, Dimetrodon is actually a primitive synapsid dating back to the early Permian period. Oh my god, I'm stupid. I said it was from the... Dang, that thing is loud. Okay, I said it was from the freaking Triassic period, like an idiot. It's from the Permian period, they're right. Oh my god. I just made a stupid... Oh, that was dumb. Oh god, please. You know what, Yukari? Please do find me and shoot me in the back of the head. That was stupid. I said it was from the freaking Triassic period. It's from hundreds of millions of years prior. God, come on. Actually, it might not be hundreds plural, but maybe 100 million years prior. Dude, I'm rusty on my prehistoric knowledge, guys. I apologize. What was that? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool feature. Now I wish I got the 2001 version of that. Let's see. My day was pretty boring like normal. No tests or homework, though, so that was pretty nice. Yeah, tomorrow we got a stupid assembly, though. That's gonna suck. And then, what else? Tomorrow I have all this stuff for photography I gotta do. That's gonna be obnoxious. Alright. Austin, I should see if I can get you or Dodge out to meet Farmer Dave. I don't know if I can, but I sure can try. You two are closer to him than I am. Now I'm curious about what this individual's like. He must have quite the rich history. Excuse me. I'm sure he's also like 90 years old and probably has some form of cancer that he's slowly fighting off. But let's see. Where was that that thing I wanted to look at earlier? Oh right, Quetzal. Dang, that got loud suddenly. Okay. Over here, the aviary. Okay, I'm not going to do it this time, but next time, I think I want to add a Quetzal in here. Oh, wait, do we have all the... No, we don't have every single avian species, but we do have the Quetzal now. And we have some other stuff, too, that's pretty cool. Let's see, I'll be gone the entire... Oh, wait, I have a band competition tomorrow during the school day, is what WX said. I forgot that was a thing that was happening, right. I'll be gone the entire day. Bet. That's what everyone said. Yukari said, Farmer Dave is like 65 and is very healthy, everyman. Stop the disrespect. I will get the part of the 2A that promotes a well-regulated militia. I'm sorry. I did not mean to infringe on your rights of the Second Amendment. Also, he's 65? Let me think. Vietnam was... I guess that makes sense, yeah. My impression of Vietnam vets are like, you know, they're 75 and they're disabled on virtually every part of their body. I've pretty much only ever seen older Vietnam vets, but I guess, you know, if you came in later in the war, in the main wave, then that would make sense. I've mostly seen veterans of Korea, but not a lot from Vietnam. Not that the Korean War vets are alive, most of them, but... Alright, let's see. I'm going to fade into sleep now, is what Asher said. Alright, I'll see you, Asher. Don't die between thighs tonight. Alright. How long's the stream been going so far? And also, what time is it? Okay, it's 11 something, and the stream's been going on for an hour and 10 minutes. Okay. So we'll keep this on for probably another 45 minutes, and then once we hit like 2 hours, then we'll call it a night. Let's see, Yukari said, he didn't actually serve in Vietnam. Austin was messing with you. He's friends with a lot of World War II and Vietnam veterans, though. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know the guy, so I don't know. Maybe he got a Purple Heart. Maybe he's in a wheelchair. Maybe he killed a bear with his bare hands. I don't know. I say bare hands because he's actually more of a bear than the bear itself that he killed. But, you know, you never know. Alright, bye, Asher. Let's see. By the time he could enlist, he wasn't really needed to join, so he didn't. Okay, well, then that checks out a lot more. Let's see. My uncle served in World War II is what Dodge said. Your uncle, you must have very, very old parents, and even older, their siblings must be even older. And then your grandparents, there's, oh, great uncle, okay. You said regular uncle, I was like, I'm trying to think of the family dynamic there. I'm like, okay, your parents are basically dying, your grandparents are dead, great uncle makes a lot more sense, yeah. Okay, 6 feet in the ground. Let's see, the bear part, I wouldn't be surprised about that, and I'm serious about. Alright, how old is he? Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, so we got the herbivores here, but we need more. More. Hey, let me check if they like Chasmosaurus. They are okay with Chasmosaurus. It says they like ceratopsids, but then they turn around and say they don't like Torosaurus, Sinoceratops, or Styracosaurus. So that's clearly false. Alright. I kind of want to just put a Styracosaurus in there just to spite them, but I'm not going to. I'm not petty. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I could also get some Homocephali in there. Could just fill it with little annoying dinosaurs. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Could also get Centaurosaurus. Can I get some Apatosaurus? Do I have access to those? Yeah, right here. I'll get some of those. Let's see. Yeah, Dodge is my weird uncle. That's what Austin Bear said. Dodge is actually 50 in real life. Yeah, he's a 50-year-old man. He's ascended. He died a good 5 years ago, is what Dodge said. Okay. Dang, my condolences. Did I spell that right? I think you spelled condolences right. Well, your great-uncle lived a good life. He also lived longer than mine, so that's good to know. Good to... Not really sure how to reply to that. I don't really know how to reply when it comes... Like, whenever somebody tells me about a tragedy or something, like somebody died or something bad happened or a building got set on fire, my reaction to it is very stiff, I guess. I don't really know how to react, so I kind of just, like, nervously laugh it off or just remain silent. But remaining silent isn't exactly what you do while live streaming, so then I kind of just nervously laugh it off. Let's see, all good. Now that the, what is it? That the Dave talk is over, I will leave. Goodbye for the 67th time. You're not getting me with that. Hang on, what is this? You sure you want to exit? No, I don't want to exit. Where did they get that idea from? Okay. Tolerant. Okay. Alright. Let's get some Apatosaurus in there. Let's see. My uncle died in a terror attack. He was the one with the bomb. That's what Yukari said. He was the one with the bomb. Yeah, my uncle led a terror attack. He was a good guy, though. He ran the guns with Al-Qaeda, but, you know, he was fine. He took me to Chuck E. Cheese's one night. Alright, I too also reacted the same way every man, but I just say dang. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, I'm not really sure how to reply. I kind of just awkwardly sit there. In real life, if somebody told me their dog died, I'd be like, oh, huh. Sorry. And that's kind of just the end of it. I don't really know how to go from there. Dude, okay. I would like these things if they weren't so freaking loud. But they are, so their existence bothers me now. Let's see. I'm gonna call their Alpha Howler. Also, my keyboard still works, but my keyboard has a color, like a system where it lights up with a neon light, and the color just vanished because the battery's dead. So I'm gonna have to charge that after the stream's done. Let's see. Yukari, get the heck out of here. Remember that Chuck E. Cheese had a Confederate critter band? I actually think that's true, but I forgot about that. It sounds about right, though. Definitely sounds about right. Confederate critter band. Okay. Do we get to see the... Yeah, we get to see the Apatosaurus being transported. I want a small sauropod. I don't want it to, like... You know, I don't want you to be able to hear the thing cry out from across the freaking, you know, park, but... I could get Brachiosaurus and be Jurassic Park accurate, but, like... Come on. We have a Spinosaurus here, and we have, freaking Tropiognathus, so, like, we don't need to be accurate. Let's see. You do now? Name one of them, Snow Globe? Yep. The Nightmare Before Christmas Snow Globe from 2010s. Somehow we're back on the Snow Globe thing, and I don't know where we're going with this. Okay, let's see. I actually really like the Astrala vendors, but I can't get every creature, so some we're just gonna have to omit. Alright, dude, I really want a Hyangosaurus, but they don't like Stegosaurids for some reason, which I don't know where that came from, but apparently they don't like them. Could get Nodosaurus, or I could get Sauropelta. Ooh, Polacanthus? I might get this instead. Imagine if this, like, accidentally brushes up against another creature, and then they get extremely critically wounded. I say extremely, as in they die in literal seconds, just from rubbing up against this thing. Alright. Can you guys hear the music still in the background? Critically wounded. Alright. I've had music playing this whole time, but I'm not sure you guys have even been able to hear it. I actually haven't been able to hear it this whole time, but I just assume that the mic picks it up better than I do. Alright, there you go. Yep, you guys are talking about snow globes. Okay. Is WX falling asleep on me? Don't you fall asleep on me, WX. Little scumbag. I will rag on you about it tomorrow. By the way, everybody's wanting me to go to the movies tomorrow, and I pretty much just told them no, because
an impressive animal that can intimidate even the most determined of predators.
There's nothing good out right now.
The Apatosaurus is evolutionary.
And freaking the FNAF 2 movie doesn't... Okay, I'm gonna wait till he stops. Okay, there you go. The FNAF 2 movie does not come out until freaking December. What a waste, man. Should have had it around Halloween. So, which, I mean, I'd rather them not rush the movie's production, but still. So, that means that I can't watch that for Halloween or even talk about it. So that sucks. Instead, we're just gonna have to settle with playing FNAF on Gmod and stuff. Dude, this thing really needs more forest. Oh boy. Happy now? There we go. It's happy. Alright, cool. My grandparents still have the snow globe to this day and will bring it out every December, is what Pedro said. Still on the snow globe thing. Okay. I'll check in once it's over, then. Oh, Mr. Pat is going to voice Toy Bonnie? I've heard everyone and their cat tell me that. And also, apparently Megan Fox is doing the voice for Toy Chica, which, not too thrilled about that. Her voice acting skills in Mortal Kombat 1 are subpar at best, so I'm not too thrilled, but I don't know, maybe she'll do fine.
En route to pick up the asset. Asset to be collected.
If I hear the voice acting in the movie and her voice acting is trash, I'm definitely making a joke on the channel about my voice acting of Toy Chica being better. I actually have voice acted Toy Chica on the channel before, in Death Note, but it's FNAF. I had a couple of lines as Toy Chica, and I think it went pretty well. Let's see. What movie? Plus, I wouldn't be able to go anyways because I work tomorrow. Well, they suggested it was either the new Conjuring movie or Black Phone 2, but I think they both look like they're going to be buns, so I just don't... I'm not going to bother with them. Let's see. I'm going to call you... Better Giraffe. How do you spell giraffe again? Is it with 2 R's? Is it with 1 R? I think it's 1 R. I don't remember. It is 1 R. Cool, I was right. Just making sure. I'm gonna call him Better Giraffe, and then I'm gonna call him Lesser Giraffe. There we go. Awesomebear said, yeah, no, I'm tired. Gonna go? Or he said G and G. Does that mean gonna go? Not sure. Let's see. Megan Fox voicing Toy Chica.
Is the Polacanthus.
Okay. You were talking about something. I forget that there's a delay on the stream. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I already just said that, but I guess you were already typing that before I brought it up. Well, that's weird. The Polacanthus can be alone. They can be happy while alone. That's interesting. I still want multiple, though. I always do that, where I pair up the dinosaurs so that they always have a mate, even though they can't breed. Well, they can in the new game, but, you know, they can't in these, and they're not supposed to be able to either. So, but I do it because, like, you know, I don't know. I think they want a partner. I humanize them, so then I don't want them to be lonely. Lonely like Pedro, isn't that right? Or Dodge Challenger Lover. Or I think Austin Bear. And, or like WX Analyst. Let's see. Are you leaving Austin, is what Pedro said? Or Pedro asked. What's going on over here? Oh, it's the Trudons being brain dead again. Yeah, what else is new? Okay. So we got quite the selection over here in the herbivore enclosure. So let's see. So we got 2 Apatosaurus, 3 Polacanthus, 6 Dryosaurus, and 4 Triceratops. And we're good on space. So, let's see. This thing's only 59 freaking rating? How? Why wouldn't you want to go see this thing? Look at this. This thing's awesome. I don't like its eyes, though. The eyes kind of bother me. What am I looking for? here it is. Cohabitation. Okay, cohabitation's fine. Population, also fine. Cool. Alright, Triceratops are fighting, I think. Oh, wait, no, those are the Trunons. Yeah, what else is new? Alright, how's cohabitation with these guys? Pretty good. Okay, so we can slap more stuff in here and they'll be fine. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I think it's just me, you, Everyman, Dodge, and WX are left. Alright. And then there were 4. Technically, and then there were 3, but, you know, I'm permanently here, so... Well, because it's my stream, so I'd be permanently here until the stream ends. Alright, so we can add some more stuff. So we could add more Polacanthus, but we don't want to be lame, so we're going to mix it up. I'm thinking... Since, I mean, it's not like we're going for raiding anyways. We could get... Well, I'm thinking, because we could do an enclosure where it's, like, small herbivores. So we get, like, Homocephali, then we get the Pachycephalosaurids. But, I don't know, I kind of want them right now. You know, instant gratification monkeys going on in my brain right now. But I think I'll wait. And I'll put something else in there. So let's see. Could do Pentaceratops. Was I saying Chasmosaurus this entire time? Is there even a Chasmosaurus in this game? There is. Okay, yeah, I was seeing that right. They both look very, very similar. And so, at a certain point, I was wondering whether I was just making it up. And I was mistaking them and... judging it based on appearance. No, this is actually its own thing. Okay. Which of them is more expensive? Pentaceratops. Okay. Well, let's get Pentaceratops then. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's see. Well, I don't know about Dodge. Mike just left since it says there are only 3 people left. I'm still here, bud, is what WX said. I know, I'm not gonna fall asleep this time, hopefully. I know, I was talking about Dodge. I probably will definitely, though. Def means definitely in this case. I actually know that one this time. Ooh, there's a lot of Pentaceratops. Ironically, there's going to be more Pentaceratops than any other creature in this enclosure. Well, I guess besides the Dryosaurus, but those things are tiny. Missing water? Then go walk over to the water, stupid. You can see the water from where you're at. I could make a crude joke about Africa with the name here, but that probably wouldn't be too well liked. Let me think here. I'm gonna call you... I'm gonna do it anyways. Let me see. I'm gonna call you Long Walker. If you get the reference, you get the reference. Okay. Pentaceratops. Here we go.
Collecting assets.
What's your guys' favorite dinosaur? Let me give you a list of them so you can get some ideas without being restricted to the freaking 5 that you know off the top of your head. So, starts with Acrocanthosaurus, and then it ends with Velociraptor at the end here. So, we got all these options. All of these besides the Dimetrodon are dinosaurs. I don't know why the Dimetrodon's in this game, because it's not a dinosaur, but whatever. Also, actually, never mind. Sorry. Also, Indominus Rex, Indoraptor, and some of these other things are hybrids, so they're not real dinosaurs. But, like, you can probably tell which are real and which aren't. You know, it's like the Scorpius Rex is obviously not a real dinosaur. As you can see by all these freaking traits on the side. Jesus, this thing's got every negative trait in the book. Alright. Let's say you guys have had a nice long look. My favorite's the Spinosaurus. You can probably tell because I gave it the biggest enclosure on the map. That was pretty much only designed for it. And the only thing I put in the enclosure with it are tiny creatures that are basically the size of an insect. I also maxed out the stats on the thing. And let it kill a T-Rex. So, I mean, that about answers that. Is this thing damaging the fence again? Jesus, come on. We got freaking Adolf over here. Keeps attacking the dang fence and making me compromise on it. There we go. No extra land for you scumbags. My favorite dinosaur is the one with T-Rex looking one with really tiny arms and horns on its head. You mean the Carnotaurus? So, Pedro's favorite is the Carnotaurus. What about you, WX? My energy from earlier is starting to wear off. Now I am but a husk of a man.
So the Pentaceratops here, it has 5 horns. 1 on the nose, 2 on the brows, and 2 extending out from its jugular bones. It seems excessive, but maybe it's necessary.
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's check on the Pentaceratops. Yeah, these things have a really goofy looking skull. But, I think they add to the park. What do you guys think? We'll call you Megamind.
Delivery complete.
I still don't understand how the freaking Troodons can be killed by their own freaking venom. It doesn't make sense why they wouldn't be immune to each other's venom in the same species. It's ridiculous.
Transporting asset.
We've added a lot of creatures to this enclosure. A lot of different species as well. Large variety, but not a ton of quantity. I could add more Dryosaurus, but I fear if I add too many of them, they'll start making more noise than everything in this park combined, and then everybody will just go deaf listening to them. That'd be miserable. Listening to those things chirp all day. They chirp more than birds.
Transportation underway. Asset transportation complete.
Call you Polus, like, because its name is, you know, it's a Polacanthus, so Polus. Why is this thing losing comfort? You loser. I am, yes, they do add to the park.
Delivery has been completed.
Yeah, yes, they do add to the park, is what you mean. Yeah, the Pentaceratops. I was confused with what you meant for a second. Dude, their horns are so long. This reminds me of those, there's this elephant-like creature that existed in the Cenozoic era. And there's a picture of the thing, and it's got these, like, super long, pointy teeth that, like, emerge from out the front of it. It looks really weird. That reminds me of those things. Maybe I can find an image of them, or at least tell you guys of an image. Elephant-like creature from the Cenozoic era. Yeah, I think I found it. Wait. Here it is. I don't know the name of it, though. What is going on? Tusk, not teeth? No, they are teeth. In this case, they're teeth. That's what's weird about it. It's not tusks. Why is the music so loud all of a sudden? Okay. No, that's the thing that's weird about it, Pedro, is that they're actually not tusks. They are actually teeth. And they're teeth that emerge out the front of it. Yeah, I know what a tusk is. I understand how you would think that I don't, though, because I did say it's like a cow with horns earlier, which was pretty stupid, so that's a little understandable. But no, this thing is actually, like, it just has a weird mouth. Because I'm looking at an image of one, but, okay, so, hang on, Platybelodon. Platybelodon. Found it. Alright. So, Pedro, go to Google. Can I see it? Well, I don't want to have to, like, display capture, but I can have you look it up. So, the thing is spelled Platy, as in P-L-A-T-Y. You know what? I'm just going to type it into the chat. I can do that. There you go. Go ahead and look up that thing. And then there's another one too. There you go. So you can see what I'm talking about. So with the Megalodon, they are more like tusks. But with the Platybelodon, they're actually just teeth. It has tusks, but the tusks are just kind of a side thing. But it does actually, the way that it looks, it is teeth. So that's the weird thing about it. So you can go ahead and check that out. How many more creatures can we really add to this enclosure? The Apatosaurus don't seem too bothered by cohabitation. These ones don't seem too bothered. What are the Triceratops? They're the picky ones. Let's see the Polacanthus. Okay, they're fine with it. What are the Trikes? What are the Triceratops? Oh, there we go. 17%. Ever since Ark, any person who's an Ark player calls Triceratops Trikes for pretty much the rest of their lives. It's just built into your knowledge base. I guess I can get 2 more Apatosaurus, but I also don't want to fill the enclosure too much. Could also get more Triceratops, but they're kind of annoying to deal with. I guess I could just put all the little creatures in there. Dang, you're right, Everyman. Yeah, I know. Those things are weird. Like I said, I used to read dinosaur books and stuff, and I was like 3 years old, and I saw that thing, and that thing freaked me out, and I thought it was weird and looked funny. And so, yeah, I remember those things and what they look like. WX, you can also look up an image of that thing and see what I'm talking about. It's like an elephant, but it's got teeth that are protruding way out in front of its mouth, and it has tusks on the side, but the way that the teeth are, they're not like tusks. Alright, let me get some homocephali. Wow, there are a ton of these things. And homocephali, there you go. Another one for the scrapbook professor.
Collecting asset.
It's a
Understood.
Halo Wars reference. Alright, we'll just put that
Request
there.
acknowledged.
Alrighty. Okay. So pull the homocephali out of here. There we go. Very tiny creature. I like it. I'll add 2 more Dryosaurus in there as well. Just 2 more.
Adding task.
Dude, there's so many flares in that enclosure. Jesus, I'm surprised we're not lighting the whole forest on fire. Why are the velociraptors all clumped up? They're having a good time, apparently.
Asset transportation in progress.
I'm gonna call you backstabber. You feel like a backstabber. Gives me that impression. It's the way he walks. What the? Injury? Oh god, what now?
Asset transported.
It won't show me where the
This
injury is.
flat-headed dinosaur, the Homalocephali, can appear
Oh,
unassuming
it's
and
Dilophosaurus,
perhaps
that's weird.
even cute to some. But let's also stay on top of the science. We can learn a lot from a little.
Wait, you don't think the homocephali are cute? You fool. Downplaying how cute it is. I'm gonna show you how cute this thing is once it lands. Where is it? Homocephali. Here you go. Look at that thing. It's adorable. How can you not love this thing? Wow, they're very tiny too. They're even smaller than the Dryosaurus. In fact, they're actually, the Dryosaurus are like double their size. That's interesting to note.
Asset transportation underway.
These things are cute. You can have a ton of these things in an enclosure. I bet this thing would taste good, though. I'm sorry, that's where my thought process goes immediately, is I think this thing would taste good. I think I've said that before on stream about dogs. Where sometimes I look at a dog, I'm like, wow, that thing would taste good. It's random. Random thought process.
Asset delivered.
Letting the intrusive thoughts win.
Asset
Yeah, there are a ton of different creatures in here. Dang. Okay. Yeah, we got a true melting pot in this enclosure over here. And nobody's even gone over into this section, which is weird. 'Cause there's a lot of stuff over there. Tastes good? I don't know. Wait, are you talking about the dinosaur or the thing I said about dogs? I was joking about the dog thing. With the dinosaur, I think it tastes good. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I mean, like, have you ever eaten alligator, Pedro? I have, and it was very good. And so I guarantee you, where's this thing at? I guarantee you this little creature here, he tastes just like that. I'd eat that. I'd go to Burger King and eat that on a burger. Or on a bun, you know, because the burger would be made out of that. Life is good. Life is good in the land of Jurassic Park Evolved. Are you guys gonna heal these freaking Dilophosaurus, or are we just gonna drag our feet? We're just dragging our feet, I see.
Transit has commenced.
Let me look at the skins and stuff. Okay, I have one other skin that's really thrilling. Okay. Where are the ACU centers?
Delivery complete.
Here we go. Okay.
Commencing asset transit.
No, I haven't eaten an alligator before. Well, they taste very good. They are quite the meal to have indeed. I've also had duck and I've had rabbit. Also, both very good things to eat.
Delivery has been
I definitely like eating things that are meat-based the most. Seafood's my favorite, though.
Underway.
Love seafood. I could eat nothing but seafood for the rest of my life and be completely happy. Now, not to be mistaken with things like sushi. Sushi is garbage, okay? It's raw fish, it's nasty, it's rolled up into also garbage, okay? It's garbage wrapped up into garbage. Don't eat it. It sucks, okay? California rolls, exact same thing. They suck, okay? Now, if you want to eat real seafood, you can eat crab legs, you can eat, you know, cod, you can eat salmon, what is it? Shrimp, scallops, oysters. Oysters make your breath smell bad, but they're extremely healthy for you, right? In fact, eating seafood is probably the healthiest thing you can do. Hang on, let's see. Dude, another injury? Is the team still in there? Or did they leave? They left. Assuming they left already. Come on, man. How do they keep getting injured? You guys aren't trying to break the fence, are you? Breakout target found. Shocker. I don't know how they would physically break through this fence. It seems literally impossible. In fact, it should be impossible for something like a freaking Rex to be able to do this, no less a Dilophosaurus. I mean, look at this thing. This is pure steel. And God knows how many... Okay, they were introducing a new creature. I thought they were saying something about... I always listen into the announcements in case there's a storm that they're announcing. You're making me feel hungry right now? Good. Good, Pedro. You shall be hungry as a result.
Confirming asset delivery.
Alright. Are all the homocephali in here yet? Jesus, they're still going? Well, they're content by now. I'm gonna call the alpha homocephali.
Asset transported. Transporting asset.
I'm gonna call him Pipsqueak. There you go. There's a little insult. Is it homocephali or homocephali? Because, like, it is... There's no I or EA at the end. Maybe it's homocephali? Because I've heard homocephali said before. Or maybe that's the plural term. I think that's the plural term I've been using the whole time. So homocephali? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. So we're gonna wait till this all gets wrapped up. Then wait till they get healed over there. And we're gonna check on our creatures, and then that's gonna be it. It's been a good stream. We got about 10 minutes left to go, so we'll make it count. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? We'll go with that. For me, I still gotta... Dude, I recorded the To Love Rue Season 2 and 3 review yesterday. But that video is literally... Well, it's 51... The recording's 51 minutes. The actual video itself is probably going to be about 48 minutes. Which is still insanely long. So that's 48 minutes of a video I gotta edit. And then I have to put background gameplay, which luckily I already recorded it. And then stuff like that. Then I've got to continue watching To Love Rue, the show itself. And then I have some other stuff I need to do as well, and want to do. And then I have other anime that I want to attend. So there's a lot going on. I've been neglecting the regular videos on the channel. Because obviously, you know, I'm still doing streams and stuff. But the regular videos, there's so much to do, and there's so much to get to. And there's a lot of anime stuff to talk about. But it just takes so long, you know? The chat is very quiet without Asher, Yukari, Dodge, and Austin. I mean, we're also kind of wrapping things up, and I'm tired, and it's 12 o'clock, so, like, yeah, this is kind of just how things go whenever it's this late. Is WX even awake? If he is awake, then just keep going for another 8 minutes, friend. You got this. I have no plays for this week and weekend. Or no plans, you mean? Alrighty. All the homocephali are now in there. Alright. Yeah, we have a lot of herbivores we added today. Today was a successful day on stream, honestly. We got a lot of creatures in here. A ton of creatures, actually. Made a large enclosure. Gave the people what they want. What they want to see. Beautiful. We're just going to look at all our different creatures before we wrap this up. Let's look at what we're going to get next time. So, next time, let me see here. You know what? I think we could add 2 more creatures. I think we can get... Let's get some Pachycephalosaurus in there. Wow. Okay, there's actually a lot of these things. I'm gonna get 4 of them. Minimum population is 3. That's interesting. Alright.
Heading to pick up the asset.
That should be good enough. So now we got one other species added to the selection here. And then in the meantime, Dilophosaurus are trying to break out. They're failing miserably. So that'll become probably an issue next time. Then, what else? You know what I think another thing that's funny? The area they're trying to break out into, they're trying to break out into the Spinosaurus enclosure. That's a terrible idea. So that's not going to go so well. Great, a disease. Come on. They got a freaking infection. Not to mention they got an infection instantaneously. I want to start replacing the gates with the classic gates.
We are pleased to welcome the Pachycephalosaurus.
Asset has been collected.
Alrighty. What was I doing again? I don't even remember. Right, gates. Alright.
We are pleased to welcome the Pachycephalosaurus to the park.
Just wanted to see if I could put a gate there. Alright. So after this thing's been medicated and both the packies are dropped into the enclosure, then we're gonna wrap this up.
Pachycephalosaurus, or thick-headed lizard in Greek, which is where it gets its name. Claire has accused me of being this dinosaur more than a few times. It's also an herbivore, so obviously she couldn't be more wrong. About me.
I'm gonna call this let me think here. I'll call you Paste Eater. There we go. Because he's got a big dome head. Big bonehead. Big dum-dum stupid over here.
Asset
Just
transported.
making fun of him. Look at him. It's kind of adorable though. I like him.
Commencing asset transit.
He's also not, he's not as picky as the freaking Triceratops. So that's good to note. I'm gonna hurry this. There you go. Speed it up a little bit. Are we gonna fix this issue with the Dilophosaurus, or are we gonna keep dragging our feet? I guess it is hard to navigate here because, yeah, this entire enclosure is nothing but forest, so. And water. So I guess that makes sense.
Asset transportation complete.
Jesus Christ, another injury? How? Oh my god, come on! Maybe this will stop them from trying to break out. There we go. Alright. Problem solved in here. Oh, the cohabitation's too high for them. Really? Come on. It's just barely too high. So just go to an area where you don't have that problem. Namely, over here. In the area that is fully open to you. You don't have to all clump up. Like morons. You got all these resources over here. And nobody wants a piece. Alright. So that's about everything. Yeah, so we definitely succeeded today because I wanted to get some herbivores in, and we got a huge number of herbivores and a ton of different species. Okay, we're looking at Triceratops, Pachycephalosaurus, Homocephali, what else? Dryosaurus, Sauropelta, and then the Pentaceratops, yeah. So, oh, and Apatosaurus. Did I already say that? I'm not sure if I did or not. So, I think we got 8 different species in here. So, that's fantastic. So, that's about everything. Next time, let's see. What species do I want to add next time? I'm thinking about adding a Therizinosaurus next time. Or 2 Therizinosaurus. And then I'm not sure about the other species I want to add. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Maybe Herrerasaurus. Possibly Concavenator. I think the Concavenators are cool, but they're way too aggressive and they love to break out. So that's kind of an issue. What else? We got Albertosaurus, Allosaurus, Acrocanthosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus. All of those are viable options. Cryolophosaurus is also possible. That's an interesting one. Monolophosaurus. Okay, actually, I think I want these. And then I also want to try to get Megalosaurus. I think that's what we're going to do next time. I don't have Ceratosaurus in this park. That might be a cool one to get as well. Kind of a basic one, but cool nonetheless. Anyways, fellas, that'll be all for this time. Let me find just a guy to leave off on. Okay, there you go. If you guys enjoyed, then I will be featuring in a video next time. I'm not sure when the next stream is going to be. The next video should be either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. That'll be a review of To Love Ru Season 2 and Part 1 of Season 3, which is To Love Ru Darkness. And then I think that's it. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and I will see you all in the next whatever we do.